You can see him standing out front of the house, 301. Pretty tall, actually. A lot taller than the photos lead it to believe. Pretty nicely sized side yard there. There is like a spot where there was probably a driveway at some point here, but that's a long time ago. Before even the sidewalk was really here, probably. You know, it's hard to tell, but there's no signs of any driveway anymore, just a spot where the curb kind of dips down. Church across the way there. Again, another big side yard over here. So it's a reasonably sized corner lot for sure. I'll do a quick lap around, but everything on the exterior looks pretty good. Got a gutter system, siding's all in good shape, fascia soffit's all looking good, the roof looks great. Exterior's all been redone, so no complaints there. Only thing that's jumping out at me is maybe you could regrade some of this out here, because it does kind of look like it goes against the house. But out here it looks good, goes out that way. But just right up against the house, you can kind of tell what I'm talking about. Could use just a little bit of dirt, really. But just something I'm noticing as I'm walking around. There's the roof and, yeah, again, fascia soffit siding. All looks good. The windows look good from the exterior anyway. Here's that garage and the alley / driveway I had kind of mentioned. So there's the side road. Comes up along, and this is where you would drive in into the garage. And then, of course, you do have an alley right here as well. But your property does go all the way back to the alley. And we can, since we're out here, garage is obviously in much harsher shape. Doors looks good. Oh, so the door looks good, rather. Taking a look in here. Interior, nothing really jumping out at me as, you know, concerning. It's an old garage. There's no electric door opener. It's just a pull open, it seems. Some older windows. It's an old garage. Foundation's got a crack in it. But that's kind of what you get with this type of thing. So it doesn't really spook me too much. I wouldn't store anything in here I really love, but it's much better than being out on the street or, you know. Gonna loop around here. Got a fire pit here. You can kind of see where I believe the property line goes over to here, but if that's a concern to you, I can get you the map of exactly where the property line is. Pretty generously sized lot, though. This side looks like it's graded a little better. All right, so we'll go out front, make our way inside. Entryway. It's got this old paneling, an older laminate floor, ceiling. Looks like it's got a little damp at some point, but you know, it's kind of an entryway for you. It could have been way before the roof was fixed and such. Doesn't spook me too much. Got this gold doorbell. That's cool. Anyway. This room's got a newer flooring. Paneling is still older, but it looks good. Not warping or anything. Wall's got that texture on it. It's a texture, it's wood, but nothing crazy with the ceilings that I'm noticing. Just gonna walk around a bit and kind of feel how the level is. Nothing jumping out at me with the level so far. It seems pretty level, but we'll see as I walk around. I'll make a note of it if I notice anything. Tall ceilings. Really tall ceilings. Got a chandelier there. Big windows. Windows are in good condition, at least the ones I've noticed. Haven't seen a bad one yet. So there's your dining. Kitchen is back there. And then this is that side room we had mentioned. It's essentially what you discussed. It's like a den or an office, maybe just off the dining room, but they have it set up as a laundry and then a toilet with. This is an odd design choice, huh? So if you have to go, I mean, you have to be closing those doors if you have guests. Oh, excuse me, guests over or something. Interesting. Okay. I did notice there's a little bit of a bump in that transition, but it's a transition, so I don't fault it too much for that. Looking around. Not noticing anything too wonky with the floors. There's little bumps here and there, but it's not like the whole thing's, you know, wavy or you don't feel off kilter when you're walking through. Yeah, it doesn't bother me too much. Let's see. Cabinets. Everything looks in pretty good condition here. Oven range, fan, sink, no dishwasher. Microwave is on the counter. You might be able to put a better spot for like over here for the microwave or something, but just kind of noticing that layout. Newer ceiling fan with those got like shingles on the roof there. I'm going to open this door, see what this is about. I assume it's a basement. Yep, so we got a basement goes down. Let's see, looks like an old window or something, not sure. Looking down and around, there's your panel right by the step. That's kind of funny, huh? It's a big panel. There's a plumbing pipe going up and around. So, it's not much of a basement, more of a square D panel though, with the windows. Windows on the breakers. Looking around, it's an old basement, that's for sure. I mean, you're just gonna maybe use it for storage, so never any hopes of finishing it or anything wild. There's a toad, so you'd have to move him out, evict him, I suppose. That's hilarious, actually. Excuse me, toady boy. Yep, I know. Yep. So you got a softener, water heater, furnace. Those all look good. All the guts look good. I see some new PEX, copper lines. It's a little bit of mix of both. Looking at the wiring, I don't see any old wiring. I mean, depending what your definition of old is, I guess, but nothing like cloth wire or anything like that. At least not yet as I'm looking around, but I bet I'd find something if I look hard enough here. There's some older stuff maybe. There's some, yep. So that goes through the ceiling there. So there's kind of a mix of old wiring and new wiring. The plumbing looks reasonably updated. I don't see much old plumbing, if anything. There's some newer wiring. All right, I'm gonna head up. Again, I always suggest home inspections. It's just the safest way. Have somebody check stuff out for you. All right, go upstairs and see what we find. Closet under there. Some ducting going into the steps there. It's, I mean, pretty standard for old houses. Again, gotta find places to put it, so. Upstairs. We'll do room on the left first. Bedroom. Ceilings are pretty tall up here as well. It's nothing crazy. Floors are pretty straight. You know, I'm not wobbling around. It's just dated, you know. Windows are still in good shape. As this is a closet. Closet. Looking through, got another closet. pretty big. It's not tall, but it's deep. Looking at the ceilings and stuff in each room, I mean, nothing's jumping out at me. It's pretty standard to me. There's little spots and stuff, but when I say spots, like little tiny cracks and things like that. But it doesn't bother me too much, but you know, if it bothers you, get it checked out. Another room. So the biggest room was the first one we looked at for sure. Both these other rooms are a little smaller, but by all means, not incredibly small. Still comfortable size. There's your attic space, it seems. Interesting. It's a little old light switch. So here's an attic. Just a storage area behind the closet, it seems. That's cool. Just unique. You don't see that in a lot of places. You know what I mean? Just like a bonus room. A little cubby up there too. Huh. It's one fun thing about going to see these old houses is the little stuff like that. It makes them different. All right. Final room on the upstairs is the bathroom. So this would be your second bathroom and the only one that has a door. So got an older blue toilet. That's crazy. Look at that thing, huh? Some storage. I mean, it's plenty tall in here. It's not like you're cramped for space, really. It's just older fixtures. Blue toilet. Or, sorry, blue toilet. Blue shower, rather. And it's not in bad condition, even just old. Like, by all means, I could shower in here and not be grossed out. But, well, that is the house. You know, nothing jumps out at me as too negative. It definitely needs some updating. Some TLC, but as far as the bones and what I'm seeing, it feels good to me. It is an old house, and you know, it's gonna have some of that charm to it. And I say charm, meaning you're gonna have to do painting, you're gonna have to do touch-ups throughout. I didn't notice anything too crazy with the floors being wobbly or weird. They're not completely straight. Specifically, this hallway's kind of jumping out at me. It's just being a little off, but it's not to the point where it would drive me nuts, you know what I mean? Like you definitely feel something, but then once you get in the rooms, it seems to be more level. So, say if the wackiest part might be this little section of the hallway here, but it's not even really noticeable, and I might only be noticing it because I'm looking for that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'd suggest if you're interested, come take a look. There's your attic space right above my head. Could be a good contender. So, all right, you know the drill. If you want to check us out, message me, call me, whatever the case is. Otherwise, I'll let you go. See ya.